Hi everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Let's take another look here at ICP, see what's going on. $12.10 as we speak, up 13% on the day. Nice candle wick up to that 12.50 mark. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of discuss this descending trend. Obviously it's discontinued, but you need to know kind of how to identify those trend those shifts in momentum, right? And then more importantly too, kind of just discuss this local point of control and to clarify that we're probably in pretty good shape now that we're back up over this 1125 mark. That was a previous local resistance here and also previous support. So what used to be support turned into a resistance. Now it should be a support again. So the price action does end up pulling back 1150-ish, right in that range, 1125 to 1150. Seems like a really solid consideration for a long. That's again, if it pulls back, we have a fair value gap there as low as 1140. There's a possibility of that. Okay, all depends on Bitcoin and how things respond here soon, but ICP is doing very well. So congrats to those community members who took some nice solid profit there. Congrats also to our local, basically just a more recent long here, 31% from SUI. We got that in 22 hours, and our Mudang, I don't know how to say it correctly. We're in at about 29 cents, and that thing is on fire today. So we are looking to secure some more profits. So congrats to everyone again for that. Let's take a quick look at ICP back in liquidation data and kind of just discuss a little bit about where we're at here, because we could see a turnaround soon based on local liquidation, but it depends on how you look at it. We look at the last 7 hours, 7 days on the left hand side. We're looking at $12.50 to $13. There's a little chunk of liquidation left here. This is local liquidation. Basically, these are late shorts here jumping in. So as you can see, shorts continue to try. If you fail at first, try again, right? That's kind of their motto. So shorting into an uptrend makes no sense at all. These are folks hoping for a big money by just shorting with high leverage at the top. This is all the more reason why the price continues to go up, because leverage exists, right? That's why it's there. It's perfect for market makers. Unfortunately, folks like the laymen, so to speak, they don't really know that. And that's okay. It's normal to not know that. It's kind of a little more deeper analysis, but it's important to recognize it's a very real thing. And again, liquidation levels, these are stop losses and or liquidation events that could occur between 1260 and 1340. So there's a distinct chance that we are not quite done continuing higher. My speculation, just in general, looks overextended. We should see the price pull back a little bit, but it may already be doing that at its current support level, and we'll talk about that. We can see open interest increasing. Sorry, correction. This is liquidation delta. We see a lot of longs. Okay, so you don't want to short into that, right? So again, if everyone's running away from a bull in coming towards you, are you going to run straight towards that, or are you going to run with them and go away from it? You're going to find more success living and surviving if you don't run into the into oncoming traffic to whatever extent. Anyways, my analogies are terrible. You'll learn this eventually, but I try to give you common terms that make sense, because shorting into an uptrend like this is very risky. That's all there is to it. You could find some success. You'll probably be that person on social media showing how great you are by, look at what I did, But the smart trader is like, man, you're an idiot. You are not smart. Anyways, regards to that fact, 1190 and 1175, roughly. This is where the local open interest exists, as well as that 1115 mark just before the price broke out, right? So again, if the price does come back to 1125, awesome consideration for entry, but we're probably going to see some support 1175, and just say round number $12. Okay, those are the two areas of consideration for potential pivot, right? My expectation is Bitcoin's going to retrace just a little bit. I think closing over 98K today may not work out. And if so, we're probably going to see some altcoins cool off a little bit. There's a lot of volume, we don't short into it, but the probability of the price sustaining itself, unless that volume continues, is low, right? So I'm not proposing that we're going to see a hard drop from ICP. Just saying, if it does, take advantage of that if possible, right? I'm going to be, in fact, I'll do it right now. Let's go ahead and set alerts at 1150, somewhere in that range, okay? Just so I get notified, and maybe worth taking along at that point. Again, I don't just take longs in the blind, folks. I reevaluate before I take a trade, but that's a good thought process for the moment. We're over 50 on the RSI, reinforcing good support. We are also seeing money flow indexes increasing and above it, with stochastics swinging upwards and MACDs converging. You're seeing this in a lot of altcoin charts right now. In fact, this one's a little bit more aggressive than most, but still a very good sign. Most coins have broken bullish. We're over the 50 and the 20-day SMA 2. That's probably the most important factor here. Once again, reinforcing 1140 to 1150 range as a solid support. Okay, so we do see anywhere in the $11 range, ICP has a decent chance of pivoting and bouncing off that area. But again, there's a fair value gap here. The price could pull back another 4 or 5% before it finds its bottom. Again, just strictly hypothetical for the moment based on overextension. But I'm never going to propose you short into that overextension. I'd much rather recommend you wait for a long that doesn't happen than you are to take a short position to an area that is higher risk. Okay, that's just kind of how it goes. That's how you should trade in most cases in these kind of trends, right? The trend right now is up. You don't short against it. Okay, so sorry if I sound like a broken record. I just get a lot of folks that there's a lot of newer traders in the community here, and while that's good, sometimes you got to kind of beat these proper trading techniques into them because they're watching all these other larger influencers that probably don't know a damn thing about trading, and they're getting paid to promote XYZ coins, right? I just like to treat it like it is. If you want to learn more, continue to learn. Obviously, great. If you want to join our community, even better. But this is here for you, so you can learn, hopefully, from my mistakes over the last 20 years. I've done a lot of them, but I can tell you, haven't been liquidated in years, and there's a reason for that because we use proper risk tolerance. 5x leverage trades are on all altcoins, and I only ever 10x leverage Bitcoin and Ethereum, just to give you perspective. Use the same amount every time you trade, and use the same balance too. That way you get used to winning and losing the same amount. That way it's not detrimental that you doubled down this one time and you lost it. That's just such a dumb move. Again, if you treat crypto like gambling, you're going to get those kind of results. Less than 50%, that is subpar. Future reference, last month we traded at 83% for our profit there for our swing trades alone. Okay, that's really good stuff. Anyways, it's not a brag. It's just kind of what patience does for you. I didn't take a ton of trades, but I took the right ones, if you will. Okay. Anyways, this is the 4-hour time frame. We're over 70 on the RSI. You never short into that. You commonly just wait for the price action or the RSI to pull back, and then you consider securing profits on the long. It doesn't mean it's a signal to short. It just tells you want to be responsible and consider keeping your long position open because there's more meat left on the bone here. Money flow index is increasing, stochastic swinging up, MACD converging. There's no reason here to short as per usual. Ichimoku cloud, same confirming factors here. So the easy way to understand it here is that if we get lucky with the 1125 to 1150 price range, then that would be a solid consideration for a long. I'm heavily considering that just based on local highs turning into new lows, and it's really common for those areas to be retested. If we do take a look at TD sequential here, this does confirm that we're overextended here, and that a pullback, or at the very least, consolidation sideways would make sense before the price goes up again. So we do start to see the price action, work itself into, a type of flag or pennant pattern, then we might want to consider a long or just, getting some skin in the game with perhaps a small position size. But if it does break this type of trend, just say it doesn't work that way, it kind of does one of these, then this would be a good consideration for entry. Okay. If you want to average in, of course, consider entry now, 1150, and perhaps even something just under like 1080. I think that was a previous support range, if I'm not mistaken. I'll clean up the charts. I'll post a playout chart in our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord so you can see it. But at this point, ICP's on fire. Do not short this coin. I'm gonna have to start tracking how many times I say do not short this coin in a day. It gets kind of ridiculous, but I have to do that just for your own due diligence, because if I don't say it, nobody else will. All right, hope you have a good one. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks again so much for your time and awesome support. Oh, I'm sorry, last but not least, my ICP followers, there is a Rolex MacBook Pro available for any trader. There's no limit on this, by the way. But there is obviously you need to hit a certain amount of volume. So if you're a high volume trader, you're using my Bitunix, phenomenal exchange for our community. Check them out. Link down below. You can benefit pretty easily. Every month there's always something new. So thanks again, Bitunix, and thank you too for having an awesome day and being an amazing part of my life. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.